Let's use Desmos to find minimums, maximums, x-intercepts, and the y-intercept of the graphs in numbers 5 and 6, the functions in 5 and 6. So when you enter this, you can put in h of x if you want to. I like to do that. Or you can just type the right-hand side of the equation. Make sure you don't hit the add slider there. Do not click that. Equals negative x, and then remember shift 6 to make an exponent there, and then hit the right arrow to get out of the exponent. Plus 5x, shift 6 to the third, so 3. All right, so we can't see the entire graph on the screen. We want to see like the nice features of it all in one window here. So to fix that, I mean, you could zoom out, but then everything looks really tiny here. So it would be nice to sort of stretch this out. So I'm going to actually click on the wrench here. And what you can do is say, hey, I just want the x-axis to go from this value to this value. And it looks like, you know, maybe from negative 10 to 10 would be nice. Let's try that out, see what that looks like. So I'm going to go negative 10, oops, to 10. Okay, that looks a lot better. That's fine. We could even stretch it out more if we wanted to by going like negative 4 to 6, but this is fine. All right, so the minimums. There are no minimums on this graph, so on part A, we can just write none. I'll show my paper at the end of this video so you can see the answers. B, the approximate maximums. To find a maximum on Desmos, you just click on it. That's a maximum. By the way, this is not a maximum. This is a maximum. This is not. So 3.75, 65.918, if you wanted to round that to the nearest hundredth, that would be fine, 65.92. All right, we got our maximum. To get the x-intercepts, they're already here, the gray points. You can click on them if you want to have them stay on the screen. So 0, 0, and 5, 0 are the x-intercepts of this function. And then to get the y-intercept, well, it's there. If it weren't on 0, 0, I believe on Desmos, it does also have a gray point, and you can click on it to get the y-intercept. So that's number 5. Let's do number 6. So if you want, you can just clear this out, or one thing you can do in Desmos is add another row here. And if you just want this one to disappear, you can click on that little circle and it just makes it disappear. Hey, maybe you want to save this for later. Who knows? So now I'm going to put in k of x equals, and let me type in the function here, negative x parentheses x plus 2 parentheses, again, shift 6 for the caret, squared, right arrow to get out of the exponent, parentheses x minus 2 parentheses, shift 6, 3. All right, here's that function. That looks pretty good already. I might actually just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so there we go. You can hit the, if you want to zoom this way, you can. I'm just using the scroll shortcut on my trackpad on my computer, but zoom in however you want to. Okay, so the minimums. We do have some minimums here. Well, they have one minimum right there. Negative 1, negative 27. That is a minimum. And then let's get our maximums. We have one here, we have one here, and that's it. Okay, so negative 2, 0, and 0.667, 11.237 if you wanted to round that to 0.67 and 11.24. That would be fine. And let's see, the zeros, which well, this is a 0. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these turning points here. So this is an x-intercept, right? This was also a maximum. So negative 2, 0, 0, 0 is an x-intercept, and 2, 0 is an x-intercept. So we have those 3 x-intercepts. We can also see that from the function. the zeros to this function would be the opposites, like of the opposite of each of the constants here. So -2, +2, opposite of that, right? Whatever makes each factor 0. And also 0 itself is a 0. If you put a 0 in here, that would zero out the entire function, right? So that makes sense. We have a 0 here. So that's another way to find them when it's in intercept form. If it's in standard form like this, you don't have that luxury. You got to use Desmos, our graphing calculator. And then last but not least, the y-intercept, which on this one is also 0, 0. Okay, so that's our y-intercept. All right, I will now show my paper so you can see my answers written down. As promised, here are my answers for number 5 and 6. I'll just leave them up here for a while so you can check your answers that we just did in Desmos.